just thinking
What was that? What? What's that sound? Where? It's aliens and they're living in your town. Damn. They have arrived. What? They're all around. So many aliens living in your town. Are you scared of aliens? Well, you should be.
What up, weirdos out there in Weirdo Land? How's everybody doing? This is the Weird Whenever podcast. Am I coming in clear?
Clear. Yeah.
Very, very good. I want to wish everybody here a happy National Cheese Day.
Ah, all right. That is today.
We've got producer Dennys here. We've got Mr. Ryan Beckett. And we've got paranormal specialist Vickie. Everyone's got to go through really quickly. No, take your time with it. I'm just kidding. Ain't nothing quick on here. Favorite cheese, you only get one. Vickie, you go.
Swiss.
Yep.
Swiss?
Not bad.
Is that one of your favorites?
It's one of my favorites. I don't know if it's my favorite.
You like provolone and Gouda.
I like provolone.
Gouda.
I like to leave provolone out until it sweats a little bit.
Oh.
Sorry.
Gouda would be my number 2.
Yeah, I think Gouda's probably a lot of people's number 2.
Gouda's great. What are you doing over there?
I'm not a soft cheese guy. I'm a hard cheese guy.
Are you cheddar?
Parmesan.
Parmesan?
Like a nice block. Nice hard block of Parmesan.
Parmesan sometimes smells like barf.
Wow.
He's not lying.
Yep.
Parmesan.
What does Gouda smell like? It smells like feet.
I mean, he's not lying either.
No. we all have good feet. We all have good cheese points here. Happy National Hug Your Cat Day.
Ooh.
Well, what's yours is what? You said it was provolone?
I think mine's provolone. If we're going back to the cheese, yeah, I think it is.
All right.
I keep going provolone or Swiss.
Provolone's a little vanilla, isn't it?
Becca, have you ever say that to my face again?
I figured your favorite would be like the mozzarella.
Yeah, Denny's, you're wrong. Again, you get out of my house as well. National Hug Day? Or National Hug Day. National Hug
Just
Your
hug
Cat.
anyone.
Hug Your Cat Day.
I like it.
Who has a cat here?
I do.
Vickie, Dennys, no Beckett. How's your cat feeling, Dennys?
She does all right.
That's not a lot of confidence.
I mean, she barfs a lot.
So it smells like
So it used to
provolone.
suck. She used to have diarrhea and she'd barf a lot, both like 4 or 5 times a day.
Wow.
It was pretty horrible. And then after years of just experimenting with things, I think we came on to something. She had cat COVID, and that jacked her up pretty bad.
That jacks anybody up. I had cat COVID once. And National... Oh, Vickie, what's your cat's name?
One of them is Princess, and the other one is Mia.
I love it. Well, happy National Hug Your Cat Day, everybody.
Hugging cats is kind of difficult, too.
They're
They
not,
don't like it.
not all of them. Some of them act like a dog. Happy National Shopping Cart Day. Now, who here brings back their shopping cart?
Oh, every time.
I do, Beckett. Do you leave the shopping cart out in the parking lot?
No, I throw it in the little corral that you're supposed to throw it in.
Corral.
That works.
Yeah.
that's
I'm not
close
bringing it
enough.
back.
So sometimes
I don't got time for that.
sometimes it sucks. If you park in the front 2 spots, like they want you to just walk it back to the store, which I do. But at the same time, I'm like, come on, can we put a cart return right here?
All of my years in radio, this is one of the biggest topics that get people fired up. It's crazy. The shopping cart dilemma or debate. People either who gives a shit or leave them or we got to bring them back. You're a not you're a bad person. You're a horrible person if you don't bring your shopping carts back.
Oh, somebody dies if you don't bring it back.
There's a whole show called
The Cart Narcs.
The Cart Narcs. I think were we featured on it?
Yeah, but it's part of the supermarket service. Like they have someone do the lap and bring them in.
I do it for safety reasons because you ever been driving or you pull into a spot and there's a cart halfway in it, so you have to get out of your car and move the cart so you can get that spot.
Beckett, the fight you're bringing up, believe me, it's been brought up several times. A lot of people don't give a shit. They for Denny's reason, they go, hey, man, your cart's out in the parking lot. It's going to mess up someone else's car.
Yeah. That and the fact that obviously it's not cost effective to send your employees out to collect all those, or else Aldi's wouldn't have the thing where you put the quarter in and you have to return it to get your quarter back. And they save a lot of money by you having to bring it back to get your quarter. So there's some money involved there.
This is why I Instacart. You don't have to worry about anything.
Well, I gotta head to this Aldi's. Everyone's always saying, Bird, go to Aldi's. I don't know.
You can't go there for everything because they don't have like everything that you need.
Well, that's what it's turned into now. Is it's a shopping between 2 stores. You have to kind of like get the stuff you need from the regular spots.
I'm very excited for the movie Disclosure Day to come out by Steven Spielberg.
It looks creepy. I've
What's
seen a
that
lot of
about?
ads for it.
It's about aliens and UFOs and the UAPs and all that stuff. Emily Blunt is in it. She starts to talk weird, like an alien. And they are saying this is one of his best movies in 20 years. And I think it's his third or fourth Alien movie. And that begs the question. Let's go around the panel here. What is the best alien UFO movie of all time? And if Beckett says Independence Day,
Oh, you already know
He's
what-
going to
you know what
say
I'm
Fire
gonna-
in the Sky.
Yeah,
you do love Fire in
And
the
I do
Sky.
agree with him on that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And
That's best.
there's a lot of footage about that case, the Fire in the Sky case, which is supposedly a true story. There's a lot of information on YouTube. If you want to catch up on that case, there's many witnesses that saw this dude go up in a spaceship.
And I came very close when I had my paranormal radio show. I was this close to getting him on the show, and then he panicked at the last minute.
He does. He panics sometimes. Then some people say he's a liar. I don't know. You had seven people, 5 people, something like. There was a group of guys out there working, cutting down trees. 2 of the guys didn't like each other. I believe Travis and another guy did not like each other in that group. And even the guy who did not like Travis said, "Yeah, we saw him go up in the UFO." Am I off on that?
No, you're correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he disappeared for like a month or something, like a good period of time, and ended up naked in a bathroom.
Danny, do you have a favorite alien movie?
I'd say Alien or Aliens are probably 2 of my favorites.
My favorite sci-fi is Alien 2.
Alien. So that's why I said both of them, because I feel like they're 2 completely different movies from the same franchise.
It's like Terminator. Like Terminator 1,
Again,
you got to watch to appreciate Terminator 2, but Terminator 2, I think, is best in the sequel.
I put them as 2 different movie genres. The first Alien is a horror movie. The second one's an action movie. Same with the other one's like kind of like a suspense, and then the second one's pure action of Terminator.
Okay. E.T. Awesome or whack?
It's great.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I think it's good.
It's more Disney Alien, though.
Yeah,
It's a little long, a little Disney.
It's that.
It's ouch. Why don't you like it, Vickie? Little kiddish.
Well, no, there's actually quick story. Like, I don't like things that everybody tells me I need to like and that I need to go see. So I put off a really long time in seeing E.T. because it was maybe 2-3 years after it came out. I waited to see it, and then I was like, why is everybody so crazy about it? I like the ride at Universal.
that thing is. Okay.
I'll tell you, as a kid, I loved E.T. As a kid, I loved E.T.
E.T. scared
Same
a lot
here.
of kids too. Scared the shit out of my sister.
I like when they free all the frogs.
That's a great part. He
That was a
kisses
great
the
part.
girl's
Oh,
crush.
yeah. good. It's
I
all
felt a
good
little
stuff.
Wonder Years. That was like the
Yep.
Wonder Years time of my life.
Okay, we got E.T. What else is out there that we're missing? Independence Day. Independence Day's kind of corny to me, y'all.
Close Encounters
Close
of the Third
Encounters.
Kind.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They say that is the closest encounter, or that's the closest thing, or the closest someone's caught a movie where it catches the whole entire vibe of what's really going on.
Signs was creepy.
Ooh,
Oh
Signs.
yeah, you love that movie.
Signs got me to jump a lot.
Yeah, I don't know why people hate on Signs. I love me some Signs. It's probably my number one. I love Signs. I think it's so eerie and creepy.
You
was
do.
really
You bring
good.
it up a lot.
Well, it's just as soon as you watch Signs, it's got a very creepy atmosphere. Cornfields
Yep.
are horrifying.
They are.
A lot of like What Lies Beneath. There was a lot of maybe not the scariest movie, but a lot of jump scenes when they look out the window and they're like they see the alien on like the peak of the roof.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Or the alien like creepily walking by with all the kids in South America.
It scared
Oh.
the crap out of me. The same thing. I was all into it, and Joaquin Phoenix jumps, and I jumped the same way, Beckett.
That was great.
It was great. You have one, Dennys.
No, my camera keeps going out of focus, so I was holding my hand up. But I mean, another one. Did you ever see Paul?
Yeah, I did. I thought
That movie was kind of cool.
It's pretty cozy.
It,
Yeah.
it is. It's obviously very irreverent, but
I do want to bring up that we've got some theme songs coming up here for Ask Vickie.
Oh yeah.
We have a new artist, a new musician amongst us, Dennys, and that is
Yes.
R. Beckett.
Formerly known as Bitch Boy.
Bitch Boy Beckett. bitch Boy recordings.
so he sent 3 submissions, and one of them I think we're saving for the end of the show.
One's a little long, I hear, so we'll wrap with that one. But I do need the love and the support of the Weird and Whatever chat room audience to go ahead and vote and let us know, out of these 2 theme songs right here, which one do you want to let ride for a while for Vickie's segment here? Ask Vickie.
And since I'm a musician, I love feedback too, from Vickie most importantly, but also everyone at home.
Oh, that's how we know you're not a real musician. You hate feedback.
Real musicians want to write music in their
Yeah.
closet.
They tell you to play something. Fuck you,
Never
bro.
gonna release it.
All right, here is this song number 1.
Oh, so are we jumping into
Yeah,
it?
let's do a little Ask Vickie here.
Dun dun dun.
All right, so this will be submission 1.
Ask Vickie.
Have a question?
Ask Vickie.
Ghost Spirits Investigations.
I mean,
That's pretty good. It hits.
I don't hate
It
it.
slaps.
Yeah, it does.
I don't hate that at all, Beckett.
Thank you.
So I thought that was probably the most
Clean.
Yeah,
It's
that'd be the one
clean.
that we would do the most likely. This one I like it because of the sound of it. It's kind of it's like Fiddler on the Roof.
Something strange in your neighborhood. Heard voices where nobody should be. Mysterious lights, haunted places, things that go bump in the night. Broadcasting from the edge of the unexplained. It's time for...
The second, I love both of them.
I mean, obviously, if we were to use that, we'd cut it down to bumper length. But
Yeah, I will let the people vote, but I loved it. What program did you use?
It's called Suno. Suno. You guys know it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
that's
oh
right.
yeah.
Very
Suno's
well.
big stuff.
It's great. You know, it's one of those things you got to learn how to use it. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's the misconception about AI. I know people are probably so sick of me saying this, but I think the misconception is, yes, you can hit a button and just kind of dick around, and it's going to spit out whatever it wants to spit out. But if you take some time and sort of know what you're doing, it's not going to be a quick thing like everyone thinks it is.
You're gonna hate the analogy, but it's like an instrument or a professional camera. Like, how good do you get it is what you get the most. You get more out of it, right? My iPhone, I can take better pictures than my mirrorless camera. Because the mirrorless camera, if you took
Yeah.
pictures, you know how to work it. You know how to adjust the f-stops and the lighting and all that. My iPhone just does it for me.
It's
right?
true.
So I could get, if I knew what I was doing, way more out of that professional camera. But because I suck and I don't know anything and I haven't taken anything, my iPhone does better, you know?
It's true, but also the cameras. The problem with them is everybody's so used to phones now. Nobody wants to wait for you to set up a shot. You try to set up a shot with a DSLR, people are just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because it takes forever. Like you said, you got to get the f-stop correctly. You got to make sure the lighting's good. Cameras I think the phone's internal logic just fixes everything.
Yeah.
I think we have to play the first song again.
The first one again?
It's so quick.
I like it.
Yeah.
Ask Vickie.
Have a question?
Ask Vickie.
Ghost Spirits Investigations.
All right, Vickie, our paranormal investigator, educator as well, and a psychic medium. Our first question for you, Vickie: can spirits be seasonal? Kind of meaning, let's say you've got Spirit Fred, but he only comes through at the fall time. Is that something that does happen?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you're talking about spirits that are coming in visitation, they're going to show up for family holidays and things like that. If there's somebody, you got to realize most of the time when you have like an earthbound spirit, they can't maintain their energy all the time, so they will go dormant. And it could be that there's something about that particular season or holiday that will trigger them. Like, okay, I'm going to hibernate until now, and then I'm going to come out then.
It really does sound like when you're walking the earth like that, according to your rules and what we've talked about, humans and ghosts kind of aren't really that different, other than the fact that one's dead walking around the earth, but they still have human-like thoughts. Is that why they're stuck, you think?
There's a bunch of different reasons why they would choose not to go to the light. But yeah, they're people. They just don't have their body.
Yeah. Beckett, I mean, you're hearing all this stuff. What are your thoughts on this? Seasonal ghost?
You're
What?
like a pumpkin spice of ghosts, right? I find it interesting because I feel like, if there's a spirit that has a connection to like something that happened at Christmas, like that seems to be more relevant when they would come around. Like that's what my brain goes the quickest to.
Well, I kind of feel like, remember when we found the ghost little girl that would always, play with the toys?
Right.
That was kind of a seasonal thing. She'd only come around, but you almost could tell when she would come around based on the season.
Right.
It was very bizarre.
Yeah,
Very
so
odd.
it's like, and they're going to be drawn to, like I said, certain times of the year, they may be drawn to the amount of people you have in your home and during a particular season or holiday.
Do you think October is always the busiest, or is it completely just it could
I mean,
be random?
I've done investigations actually on Halloween, and through the month of October, I haven't noticed any. Me personally, I haven't noticed any increase in activity.
Do you notice a difference in temperature and activity, whether it's hotter or colder? Like I feel like some like movies say like when they feel spirit, it's cold. Like
Yeah, we very seldom get temperature changes, but we have clocked them before in investigations. That's why we have our little thermometer and stuff. But it's not typical.
so to
honestly.
Jbird's seasonal question, like when it's colder, there's not more activity, or hotter, there's not. Okay.
And if spirit leaves your place, let's say I got a spirit here, and they just get bored, and then they go out, kind of like the Rumspringa, so to speak. Can they come back if they want to? Do they, or not can they? I know they can come back. Do they typically go back to somewhere they don't? It's kind of like going back to someone you don't really want to hook up with. You're like, I've been there before.
Yeah, I mean, it would depend on what the draw is for them to come back. If they were just a visiting spirit and they didn't connect to you or to the location, why would they come back? Just like, again, we're talking about human beings. So why would you hook up with somebody that you don't want to hook up with?
I think one of the ghosts in here were trying to hook up with me the other night. I swear to you, I felt one rubbing up my thigh, Beckett. You would have got a boner.
Were you a prude?
Look,
Put out.
was that a succubus? Is that a succubus? If they're trying to get laid, is that what it is?
Oh, they would have gone further than just your legs if it was a succubus. Don't worry about it.
If they wanted it, they would have got it.
Yeah.
Okay. When Vickie looks at a picture, because I know you do a lot of that psychic medium stuff when it comes to looking at a picture, what do you see? And is there a skill set you can train for, or are you just kind of born with it?
Yeah, you can train anybody to do anything when it comes to, mediumship or psychic abilities and stuff like that. I did a series of tests when I first started. Somebody tested me on psychometry. I held the objects and saw what I could pick up. And I did pictures, and ironically, pictures, I sucked at it. Like the first time because I was overthinking it. Like I didn't let the first thing in my mind come out of my mouth.
So is that how it works? Just the first thing that pops in your head?
Mm-hmm. That's how I start off, the first thing that I get. So when I look at a picture, the first thing I do is I get the person's personality. And once I get their personality, then we go from there. Like if there's, things to say. I would say I'm probably faster with living people when I see their picture. When people want to know about the living around them, I'm probably faster with nailing their personality and all of that than I am with someone who's deceased.
Don't you like to be able to see their eyes clearly in
Yeah,
the pictures?
I like to. That's one of the easier ways, but if there's one and they have sunglasses on, I can still get their essence.
Would you be able to get someone's essence if they had no face, like a blank face? No eyes, no nose, maybe two little holes to breathe through, of course. Could you get a vibe off that creature?
Maybe. I mean, if that's who the creature is, and they literally don't have the eyes and whatever, yeah, I'd probably be able to read it.
Beckett, it would, if I told you how many different species were out there, you wouldn't, when it comes to alien stuff, you wouldn't even, because there's a lot of talk about alien ghosts, a lot of stuff going on right now, how the UAPs flying in, some theories are angels, some theories are
People from the future.
that, yes, but what do you call the devil's soldiers? Demons?
Demons.
Yeah,
Demons.
Thank you. Couldn't think of that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could be. It could be. I mean, it could be aliens. Well, you think too, if aliens did die here at some point, would they haunt?
Well, I guess why I brought that up was, would you love a chance to be able to just go ahead and do a psychic reading on an alien? And would
totally.
Would that work?
Totally. I mean, it depends. I mean, get me one. We'll find out. Be our next little project.
In our lifetime, do we see an alien?
Oh, it's tough.
In our lifetime, does Beckett actually see a ghost manifest?
I think
Again,
he'd have a better chance of us actually seeing an alien in our lifetime than him seeing
Who?
a spirit manifest.
Bitch boy.
Yeah.
Probably. If AI helped us find aliens, would you like AI?
Damn, what if AI finds aliens? They go, all credit goes to AI.
I'm glad you brought that up because I have gotten questions about AI and the ghost world and how some people really do believe they're going to work in simpatico. Do you see a future like that?
I mean, whatever the future reveals, I think the spirit world will adapt and use. Because they use what tools they have now. Why not use additional tools?
It could be a way for them to communicate.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess
that-
as
that's
technology,
like use
gets more
technology.
accurate.
Yeah.
That's what some people think.
Because they're saying, like, AI can sometimes break down, like, you had the Rosetta Stone that was groundbreaking for helping decipher different ancient languages. They're saying AI is going to help understand better what dolphins, whales, chimpanzees are trying to communicate.
I think they're able to understand what dogs are saying, right? Didn't they just figure this out?
Can you imagine
Who's
that?
going
Like,
to test it, though?
Thank you, Vickie.
I know it's tough. It's a soft
And
science.
the AI thing and spirits, the thing is, what validity do
Yeah,
you
for
have
sure.
in it? How do you know that that's really a spirit using that, or if it's just AI messing with you?
there's a way to test validity, right? Like when the European explorers came over, there was no way for the Native Americans to communicate, right? And
No.
but there's a way for them to decipher things, right? And like, oh, this is milk, like, oh, this is tobacco, and there's a way to like start to communicate, right?
Milk and tobacco.
The two most important things.
Well, milk almost caused a war, right? Because they were like, oh, we're going to trade this, and the Native Americans had never apparently had milk, and they all thought that they had been poisoned by the Europeans because they all had like the lactose intolerance.
God.
They're farting all over each
Oh
other.
my god! Why am I farting so much? It's terrible.
Old timey farts. It's
I want buffalo.
yeah. Last question here, Vickie. What are your favorite questions to ask when you are on a paranormal investigation? And I know you have your recorders out.
Right.
What are your do you have a top 5?
Like, what are you wearing?
Are you alone? We always try to get a name. Top, you say, we introduce ourselves. What's your name? In hopes that we get a response. We like to get, like, sometimes we'll ask what year it is. If we're lucky enough to find out, okay, this gives us an idea of when they passed away, probably. We typically ask if they are there to harm someone, because we need to know if we have something that's a little, meaner, or something at least trying to be meaner. So that's 3. We usually ask them to do something. We ask them to respond. So we'll ask yes or no questions, and once for yes, twice for no, so that we're asking them to interact.
That's the kind of stuff I'll do. I'll go, if someone's here, tap twice.
On the ceiling, if you love me.
We're laughing now, but when you hear the tap twice, you're like, shit.
Yeah.
All right, we're cool. Let me ask you one more, Vickie. Many people report seeing shadow figures, feeling a presence, or sensing someone watching during an extreme anxiety episode. Do panic attacks bring on spirit?
Well, if you subscribe to the theory that shadow people have, because a lot of reports, a shadow person has come to somebody in their childhood, then they will continue to check on them throughout their lives. So if that shadow person is protective and you are having high anxiety, it would make sense that the shadow person would show up because they've been clocking you all those
But
years.
that shadow person sounds like they're good and they want to.
Well, there's debate on whether shadow people are good or if they're bad or whatever they are. We still don't know exactly what they are. And a shadow person could still be a human spirit, but it just shows itself as a shadow, not necessarily that it's another entity.
We just can't even process what it would look like.
Yeah.
It could be
And
a
it-
different plane.
Yeah, and at what age do you cut that off? So you said, they start watching you. If they watch you as a child, does that end like a children's menu, eat free kind of a thing at age 12?
No, there have been reports. People who typically see shadow people as a child will continue to see them periodically throughout their life. So it may be that they see them when they're in elementary school. Next time, maybe they have a brief encounter in college, and then like in their 40s or something. But they seem to be a reoccurring theme in this person's life.
And surely it's possible you could have had an experience as a kid and maybe, I don't know, put it deep down inside.
Right.
I don't know, Beckett.
Repressed it.
Yeah. Repress the shadow person memory. What are your thoughts? Dennys, Beckett?
Or anyone who probably had imaginary friends as a kid. That
Kid?
can easily be a repressed memory.
I'm curious if like psychedelics or plant medicine would potentially bring that out.
I'm sure. I think they've been doing a lot of stuff with the psilocybin.
Yeah, I did want to ask because when I was a little kid, there's two people I always talk to, Bebo Y and a guy named Don, and I can picture. But Bebo Y was more of like a creature dog-looking thing, and
Yeah.
Don was this 40-plus-year-old guy, black turtleneck, slick back hair, looked like he probably smoked cigarettes. Now, but these were characters that were in my life for quite a long time. Would that be if you heard that as an expert, would you go, he might have seen something?
Well, I would say the first one is an elemental because you do tend to attract them now. So the first one, elemental. And the other one was just a spirit of some dude.
Yeah, some weird dude named Don.
Yeah.
And he lived in my bathroom wall.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't on anything. I wasn't
Smoking
drunk.
cigarettes
No.
and watching you shower.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I did research on my imaginary friend. His name was Tabby Toey. And he looked like that actor, Rodney Allen Rippey. And I thought, as I grew up, I'm like, oh, I just saw Rodney on TV, and that's what I thought that Tabby Toey looked like. But I actually did research last year when I started my book. I found out there's no way that I made him look like that because I created Tabby Toey and told my family what he looked like before Rodney was ever in a commercial on TV.
It's weird stuff,
Yeah.
Beckett.
I like it.
Well, they say that there's different. Great job, by the way, Vickie, on your.
And great
segment.
job on Mr. Beckett creating my songs.
Bitch, bitch, boy, records.
That's my next one.
Make that one. Yeah, has anyone ever had a memory that never happened? You think something, like you have a memory of it definitely happened, then you go and talk to everybody, and they're like, Vickie, that shit never, ever happened. Has that ever happened to you?
I've had what I thought were memories, and then everybody tells me you were too young. There's no way that the event happened in the family, but they're like, you're too young. There's no way you should have remembered that. I've had that happen.
Beckett?
No, steel trap.
What?
He has a
steel
steel
trap.
trap for a brain.
Dennys, obviously. You don't have a story for this topic?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I mean, the only thing I can think of is maybe like I mixed up like a commercial, like one of those like I don't even know, like a Sunny D commercial. I was like, we were having so much fun that summer, and then it's like a freaking commercial. But that's the only thing I can That's the only thing I can think of possibly.
The only thing I can think of as a kid was we were at a motel, and we didn't have a lot of money growing up. So when we took a vacation, we drove 3 miles up the road to a motel that had a pool, because having a pool was a big deal.
Oh,
And
yeah.
all I remember was it was daytime out, and I was messing with the light. And when I would turn it off, it would become nighttime. And when I put the light back on, it would become sunny. And it was only for a brief moment. And I get where this is going. Boy, that bird had quite an imagination as a kid. But I researched this, and they sometimes say that certain entities can manipulate, especially little kids' minds, of them seeing something that never really happened and making them believe that it really did happen, like a parlor trick, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. There's also a phenomena which ties into the same thing. We've been on investigations where every single investigator audibly has heard the same thing. We go, every one of us has a recorder. It's not on anybody's recorder. We think that that's because the spirit actually imprinted it in our minds. So if they could do that, they could do what you're talking about.
It's pretty crazy stuff, Beckett.
I love it.
Do you have stuff for Tech It with Beckett or Beckett with Tech It?
I do. So my first little morsel that I think is a value add to everyone, I never knew about this on streaming services. So you know how there's a big vinyl movement? Because what I didn't know, but I learned, for Apple to get all of those songs on a little iPod, they had to compress the files down, right? And that was revolutionary and able to listen to music on an iPod, right? That said, like photography, the resolution, the size of
Gets
the file,
squashed.
it gets squashed. So sometimes you lose something, like someone clearing their throat, or maybe a symbol in the background,
Higher
or
frequencies get cut.
yeah, or a page turning in their songbook or whatever. So vinyls kind of came back because that's the raw file, right? So on these streaming services, they have different things, and they're made to compress down the music. And Apple Music has had it for a while. Spotify, I think, maybe a few months ago, 6 months ago, not that long ago, released. It's called lossless. Mm-hmm. And I guess it's called lossless because you don't lose as much,
Lossless
right?
compression.
Lossless compression. So I went and I read this, and I was like, look, I'm like, I didn't even know that exists. And you change it, and it totally changes the quality of the music. And I think they do that because if you're on, a data plan and whatever. But if you're on a Wi-Fi signal, and I also think that if you have wireless speakers or you're transmitting, it also gets lost. But if you have a hardwire in to your home speaker and you're doing loss, I'm telling you, it's like vinyl.
Dude, I gotta let you borrow this thing I have. It's a digital audio converter that you put in between the iPod or iPad or whatever you're playing on and the speakers, and it has a digital audio conversion that is phenomenally better than the phones. It makes things sound 1,000 times better.
It's fantastic.
It brings it up to its original clarity almost in a digital. So the best way, like you were saying, if you play a record, a sound wave is infinite. It's just a wave. It's infinite information. If you do a digital recording, if you zoom in really far, it's just little tiny staircases. So in between each one of those steps is missing frequencies that as technology gets better, the staircase gets smaller. Originally, the staircase was very big. Now it's like super small. If you think of like Mario from the first game compared to Mario now, you can't even see the little jagged lines in there.
Right.
The hardest thing to create in one of those spaces is a perfect circle. So there's been a movement recently where people are trying to get back the quality music, because it was awesome that we could carry 500 songs on an iPod,
Right.
But you lose the tonality. But here's what's even crazier is modern music is actually mixed now for the phones. A lot of the times the mix is not even for speakers at home, because I'd say a good percentage of the people listening to music are probably listening to it with wireless speakers,
Right.
or wireless earbuds or something like that.
Fair enough. I just thought it's a value add for people at home. So that was my first little nugget. We've talked a lot about, of course, like there's good things with AI, bad things with AI. It helped me do our intro for Ask Vickie. So one of the things I wanted to talk about today that was kind of near and dear to my heart, because we're all animal people. I did that hunting poachers thing in Africa a while back, and it took a lot of money.
So what is that, just in case no one knows?
So down in Africa, rhinos, the ivory, as bad as it sounds, it made a little bit more sense because there was a market for it. It was a unique thing that they made piano keys and jewelry and whatever. So there's Eastern markets that like the rhino horn. Now, the rhino horn isn't anything special. It's keratin. It's the same thing that our hair and nails are made for. So I had a good friend. He was helping with a charity. We went out to Mozambique, and it was right outside Kruger National Reserve. We stayed in the bush for like 3 weeks, lived on a cot, and ate MREs. And we basically...
Of course you do.
we basically hunted poachers. And what we mean by that is there was a former Rhodesian general. He was SAS. And they would go, and they had these UK, British, different kind of like former military guys. And they would detect poachers entering the preserve.
Do you guys drive them off, or do you...
So
do you
what
actually,
they
like, hunt them?
So the judicial system is really corrupt, but they try to put them into the judicial system. Problem is that one rhino horn, because in Eastern medicine they think it cures hangovers and
Isn't it also an aphrodisiac or something if it's shaved down?
erectile dysfunction is what they think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that it was something.
But it's chemically it's just nails and hair, right? So it's a really horrible thing that I won't go into graphic detail. So what they do is they go in and they try to capture them. But the problem is obviously the economy and a lot of the stuff, it's like a third world country. One rhino horn can feed someone's family for like 3 months. So, right? Like there's a lot of like systematic change that wants to do. Anyways, they had helicopters. They had all kinds of infrastructure. So one of the things that I came across is now they have AI cameras that are helping save animals. And this isn't just like helping save animals. Like some of these animals are going extinct.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
No, you're right.
Yeah. And so one of the problems is, we were, and this wasn't that long ago, 8-9 years ago, we're sitting there with binoculars and night vision, like a lot of humans. Usually just used to be motion, right? So now they know the difference between LLMs, large language modeling, is they learn. Right? So you almost can see how someone's gait is, like how they're walking and everything like that. And in this article, basically it's helping drop poaching because it's helping catch them.
Well, there's
basically.
constant surveillance now instead of having to hire people to sit out there for hours.
That's the good part of tech when you're able to, and I think we're gonna get to that point where we all are going to go outside, and you just have to accept the fact that there's going to be things flying over you and go, do Vickie, Burnett, Ryan, Beckett,
Yeah.
pull up all your information. You may not see it, you may not hear it, but it's out there.
It's watching.
Yep.
You know, they have there, and
Yeah.
by facial recognition, everyone's putting their face in there, like, oh, I'll do it. Sure, look, I look cool.
I just rewatched Minority Report.
I was to say Virginia made a Minority Report reference.
That's
today on the show.
crazy, you know.
We were talking about some of this earlier today. I sped up by 80%. Like, what?
Well, that's the problem too with computers, gaming systems. They all get outdated so fast now because the technology just evolves so quickly.
Yeah.
Is it? I guess it's good in a lot of cases, but it's bad in a lot of cases.
But don't you think sometimes technology makes it?
George Lucas went insane, started throwing CGI in everything, all his old past projects, and it's just you can see the advancements of CGI. At first, it looks just so bad. That movie Air Force One with Harrison Ford, the only CGI they moved in that movie is where the airplane's flying, and it looks so fake. It almost ruins the entire movie.
But that's the hedonistic curve, because when it came out, it blew everyone's mind.
It looked cool for sure, but I didn't think it was gonna age. What it is it's almost like the algorithm's gotten better on lighting than it has on anything else. Because the resolution, I think right now, it's like how much more resolution can we get? I mean, we're at 8K, which is pretty zoomed in. It's now they have to find ways to make lighting real, to make shadows real, to make the way that skin absorbs light real. Like that's where you can see that uncanny valley where something looks slightly waxy.
AI's got it covered.
All right, now I think it's time for some
Dennys Random Facts.
Our sweet Dennys does a great job hunting. He's always just prowling around trying to find all those factoids out there in the land, whether it's a dictionary, whether it's an encyclopedia, whether it's no AI.
No, we stay away.
But our Dennys does a great job finding the factoids. Our educator, Vickie, she will grade him on every factoid. If it's great, she gives him an A. If it sucks, she fails his ass with an F. Dennys, the floor is yours.
All right. So scientists recently discovered cancer in dinosaur bones, meaning that cancer has always existed millions of years ago. They found a dinosaur that dates back to 77 million years old in Patagonia, Argentina, that had malignant bone cancer. They don't think the cancer was the cause of its death. It was actually caused by a flood during that time. But in 2020, all these researchers got together and they decided to go back to 150 million years ago with all the dinosaur bones they've collected, and anything that was maybe mislabeled or misread as like a bone spur or a wound callus. They're going back through and they're discovering that humans and dinosaurs kind of all have the same illnesses, the same diseases that plagued dinosaurs also are the same diseases we have as humans and as animals also have.
Well, first of all, I'll give it an A. It's definitely an A.
Okay.
But it makes me wonder what else was like. Do we know what the atmosphere was like? Do we know? Because like I always thought that like the pollution and the things we put in our food and all that, I always thought that that was contributing to all the cancer and the increase in cancer. But if you go back to the dinosaurs, they weren't putting things in their nuggets.
They didn't have that. No. So what they think is cancer is really just a cell dividing incorrectly and then reproducing that incorrect division.
Your immune system can't, because you always have mutating cells.
Yes.
Right? So John Hopkins did a study where it just can't keep up with the mutating cells.
It
right?
then gets out of control. So they're saying that even the environment, the air they brought, the weather the water they drank, because even if there's metal deposits in water sources, humans have developed weird illnesses from that just because you're drinking water that's being exposed to a mine.
Yeah, I'd imagine there's going to be some weird things developing in the body. But it is an interesting point that Vickie brings up. If dinosaurs had this thing, I mean, is it really in our nuggets?
They've even detected arthritis in dinosaurs up to 150 million years
You
ago.
could have like a bipolar T-Rex.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no way they couldn't develop also, mental illnesses too.
Oh, dinosaur with arthritis has got to be quite painful.
This was crazy that I found out when I was looking up this dinosaur fact. We've recovered less than a fraction of 1% of all dinosaur bones and species that have ever existed. We've only collected less than 1% of all. And that's because fossils require very rare and specific conditions in order to be discovered intact. That means that a lot of the dinosaurs that we've discovered have to have either lived in swampy environments or rainforest environments, which is why they find a lot in South America and stuff, because those are the only environments that would preserve those bones for that length of time. Meaning there's a ton of other dinosaurs that existed that we've never even, there's no way we'll ever even know about because there's nothing that could have preserved them.
The one thing I've learned on this rock is that a lot of times we say we know a lot of shit, which we do, but there's a lot of shit we don't know. And there's stuff we learned, and then there's stuff we go, well, maybe let's go back, let's check this out again. Imagine all the shit we don't even know yet, just on this planet alone.
It's unreal.
It's unreal.
It's crazy. So they also estimate that 99.9% of all animal species that have ever existed on the Earth are now extinct, meaning that the amount that we have is only 0.1% of all animals that have ever existed in 3.5 billion years.
Let that be a lesson to us.
They say that out of the 50 billion species that have evolved over 3.5 billion years, there's less than 10 million alive today. Whoa. It's crazy.
Vickie, look your mind's blown over there.
There's a lot of dinosaur stuff coming at everyone. I get it.
Well, you have a kid, too.
Yeah, that's why I'm exposed to dinosaurs a lot.
Grade?
Oh, it hands down an A.
Is it still the same factoid in the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I just
we're
went down
still-
a dinosaur.
That factoid's so rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I took a lot. It was a lot of uncovering for that one. So, what do you guys think about this? It's very rare for animals to give birth to identical twins. In fact, the last time they saw it was in 2016 with a pair of puppies. Animals tend to never reproduce in twins, but there's a species of armadillo that almost always, they say 99% of the time, gives birth to identical quadruplets up to 12 triplets, whatever that number would be. They're the only animal that does this besides one parasitic wasp. It's the only animal that is fertilized from one egg that gives birth to identical offspring.
It's
crazy, right?
that is pretty crazy.
As much as it happens for humans, it doesn't ever happen for animals.
That's got to be something if you are a human and you're pregnant, you're expecting that you go to the doctor like, well, I got some good news for you. You're having 3 kids. You're
Oh
having
my
triplets.
gosh, what would you do?
That's gotta knock you. It's really gotta knock you both down.
What if you
Okay.
wanted to, and then you're like, done?
So that's cool. If you did want to, you could get them done. I
Then
mean,
you're
it's got to
done.
be
I
rough.
guess you're right. I'm just saying 3 would. I'm not saying it's not beautiful. I'm not saying it's not a blessing of sorts. Of course it is. I'm just saying it's a lot of work. It's a lot
of
work.
money.
It's a lot of money too.
Do any of you guys have where if you stare at the sunlight, you sneeze?
No.
Yeah.
So it's a weird. So a lot of people have it where if they have to sneeze, they look at a light or they have to look up towards like a light source of some sort, and that actually causes you to sneeze.
I do it to get it out.
That is called autosomnal dominant compelling heliophilic outburst. The acronym ACHOO. That's where that term comes from. It comes from that term, that acronym. I didn't realize that was an acronym. I thought that was a word that maybe from another language or something we adopted.
Sounds Latin
And
or German.
It also sounds like that when you do sneeze.
ACHOO. Yeah, it's an
weird.
acronym. Autosomnal dominant compelling heliophilic outburst. And that's what a sneeze is. And if you're sensitive to light, you would have an overabundance of whatever that syndrome is. That a person sneezing
Light eyes.
from an allergen is called light eyes. Probably does
I
attribute to it.
I'd have a tough time with certain lights. It really kind of messes with my. I can have a physical reaction to them.
Yeah.
You said because if light eyes, you say?
Light eyes, you can't handle the brightness as much.
Yeah, like Jen has to wear sunglasses outside.
Yeah.
I can just go out there and squint.
See, I'm not. I mean, you can get used. I have light blue eyes, and it doesn't bother me. I learned a long time ago which is not good, but go out without my sunglasses and stuff like that.
I was just taught to stare in the sun. I kid.
What do you think about this one?
Oh wait, that was an A plus.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was like
Yeah,
just
that was
like you
great.
said. I thought it was the sound.
You're
It's an
crushing.
acronym. Who would have thought? So as long as you legally obtain human flesh or limbs, cannibalism is allowed in the Netherlands. As long as you do it legally. But then I looked into it. Technically, it's legal in the U.S. in every single state except for Idaho, where the penalty is 14 years. But there is no other state that has any law explicitly saying you can't eat human meat.
Can we catch up with Idaho, please?
Never thought I would say that.
Yeah, what the shit, man? What is that?
Apparently, they're not the hoe.
So the difference is laws just make it hard to obtain human bodies without being a crazy person.
So if there's no murder victim and you just want some meat, how do you even get that?
People,
You find it on the side of the road.
people get around it because you can order legally organs and body parts offline if it's for educational purposes.
Oh. I.e., your
Quote, unquote.
appetite.
Yeah.
So as long as you claim it as an educational purpose for like a dissection or a science class or something.
Like when you have to sign that paper to get fireworks saying it's for farm thing.
Exactly. So people have been abusing it, so the cost of it has gone up a lot. But what would you? All right. So I found this situation. I just wanted to pitch this to you. Would anyone be down with this? There was a Redditor who lost their foot in a motorcycle accident, and the doctor told him he could keep the foot. So he invited all his friends over and offered to them if they wanted to eat human flesh, they could eat his foot. And they all stayed for a barbecue, and they made tacos out of his foot and ate it.
It's disgusting.
What are your thoughts? I mean, it's 100% legal.
Gee, Beckett, are you okay?
You can't get in trouble for that.
Somebody
I'm
check
thinking
out-
about a human meat in my mouth.
Are you dry heaving?
I'm out of beer.
That's an example of a legally obtained human flesh that you can eat.
People need to make better choices. That's just
Tell me though, if Taco Bell wasn't serving that, we got the new foot taco. It's chalupa style. Come on, try it. No,
You're like, all right, I'll try it.
down in Idaho.
No, you get 14 years. But yeah, that's the only state that explicitly says you can't eat. You can't. Cannibalism's illegal. No other state has a law for it.
That's crazy.
It's really crazy because I laughed at the Netherlands and then I saw, I was like, oh damn, we have it here too.
Well, Vickie, what's the grade on the final factoid?
Yeah, that's another A. I mean, wow.
Is that straight A's?
Straight A's going into summer.
Start
I
cheating.
mean,
We'll cut it. We'll cut it there then.
You want to cut it there? We cut it there. Well, we promised you that we were going to end the show with Beckett's longer Vickie theme song. This is the third one. Tell us a little about that, Beckett.
I was just messing around, just had a jam sesh, and I went a little longer on this one.
You feel like a musician right now, don't you? You got your fucking little tie on. I love it.
My spiky hair.
So if you are a person that writes or a band that writes original music and you are a member of the KVJ Nation or you are a weirdo from the Weird and Whatever podcast, send us our music. Send us your music. And Dennys, you send that at?
You can send that to mail at kvjshow.com. I'll grab all those. I grab those every day.
It's got to be original and you got to write it yourself.
And we had a couple submissions come in. We got them all lined up, and we just need some more to fill out the season.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, weirdos, for listening to today's. Sorry about the technical difficulties, of course. It always happens.
If you're listening on the podcast version, you have the entire thing in one shot. If you're watching on YouTube, you don't have an ending.
Yeah, we have a couple. We have a couple.
I have to add it.
That's what we do is we adapt.
We adapt exactly, just like the dinosaurs. All right. We love you all, and
Bigfoot is real.
Beckett, take it away.
Here you go.
Oh, this one's a vibe.
Who you gonna ask? Ask Vickie. Need some advice?